What moment made me see my mom differently? I was 12 when she lost her job, marketing director for 9 years gone. That night, I found her sitting at the kitchen table, staring into a half-empty wine glass. When I asked if she was okay, she smiled and said, "Sometimes life gives you a chance to try something new." I didn't understand how terrified she actually was. 2 days later, she started waking up at 4 a.m. I found her hunched over our old sewing machine, surrounded by fabric scraps and design sketches. "Just a little project," she said, shooing me back to bed. Weeks went by, and Dad began complaining about the bills, credit cards maxed out with fabric, online supplies, and shipping materials. They fought in whispers after they thought I was asleep, and I overheard him say, "This isn't going to work, Diane. We need real income, not a hobby." But Mom didn't argue. She kept sewing. One afternoon, I came home from school to find our living room turned into a makeshift photo studio. Mom was photographing little handmade plush toys against white poster board. When she saw me watching, she looked embarrassed. "They're called Pocket Pals," she explained, showing me a tiny stuffed fox with a secret pocket sewn into its back for kids to hide little treasures. She asked me not to tell my friends. I didn't understand why until I found her crying in the bathroom a week later. Through tears, she admitted that 26 stores had already rejected her. But instead of giving up, she created a simple website. For months, nothing happened. She kept sewing while applying for jobs during the day. The tension at home was unbearable. Then one morning, she screamed so loudly I thought someone had died. I ran downstairs to find her staring at her laptop. Some parenting blogger had featured her Pocket Pals, calling them the perfect anxiety tool for children. Her website had received over 300 orders overnight. What followed was chaos. She turned our garage into a workshop and taught me how to sew simple stitches after school. Even Dad started helping with packaging. Orders kept doubling. 3 months later, a major children's retailer contacted her about a potential partnership. The night before her big meeting, I couldn't sleep. I went downstairs for water and found Mom at the kitchen table, sewing a special Pocket Pal, a purple dragon with silver wings. When she saw me, she handed it to me. "This one's for you," she said, "for believing in me when I didn't believe in myself." 5 years later, I sat in the audience as my mom gave the commencement speech at my high school graduation. She's now the founder of Pocket Pals, a multi-million-dollar company that employs over 50 people in our community. No one in that audience knew her original goal wasn't to build an empire, but simply to make enough money to send me to college. The woman I once saw as just Mom had transformed herself completely, not for her own glory, but because she refused to let her circumstances determine my future.